You don't have your phone?
Right, Chambers and O'Neill. And we started knowing.
No. No, okay.
Here? No. I'm still a double degree. Thank you. Yeah. It was it was so good.
That's so tired of this.
It was like
Kind of wish you. Get up here. Most of the schools would have this thing. Yeah, and that one. Because then when they got back,
those test sites were, they were so easy.
Well, I don't have my book bag, so.
Of course, you should. They said, don't worry, just tell them, there's a test.
no. I was gonna keep my book bag. I think you should. I guess I should. Oh my goodness. That's my bridge bowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
With my helping in it.
Okay.
I already have.
Can I just have you?
I already have it.
No, see?
I know. You betcha.
know what, you don't start.
The one that starts here on my screen.
Or
No one has started on my screen.
We're gonna wait a little bit, just so other teams are all kind of on the same page, so you can chat a little bit. Because once we start, we ask that you not chat at all. Remember, if you wanna communicate between or amongst yourselves, maybe have a piece of paper or something, no whispering, no talking the answers out, because this is a small room. And those answers could carry away, so it's a unfair advantage. Oh, just a minute. Yes.
I just feel like I'm following. I'm a judge. To assist you. Just thinking.
My dad's probably
Good. I judge whether you don't award finance.
All right.
Yeah, we look at each other. And then,
See how this goes.
I would say it's worship.
Other side.
Oh. See, so that's because what that's great, I can tell you that, because as a judge.
You probably put it as a question, though, but you have to put in every one of them in there.
In here, I do, yeah, which I really think is, I think it would be, I mean, that's. But I guess that's the same shit too, isn't it?
I said it all staff.
Right up here. And then on this screen, right in front of you, it's
I said we were all switched, so we can't sign every negative after they do
because all of the these things all close this room, right?
always fixing out.
Does he have a?
You should go to meet the bracket and see, I guess. Wait, see. Oh, that.
I told him you're.
We should need to go home now.
Okay, so also have on my screen, the graphics.
Did anybody show us yesterday?
And no, that's just their, most of the
It automatically, we just put all of our things here. It does count.
I got it on my Zoom, and I went back there and correlated. It's like 80.
Or just to make sure that's.
Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. Coaches should have gotten their name cards, their captain's badge, and the pencil and papers are up here. The brackets and the schedules are online there. No electronic devices during the time where there's no cell phones or anything else of that nature. Practice good hygiene. Use hand sanitizer, cover your coughs, etc. I think that's all I have. So for first, we want to go ahead and get the first two teams up here, or just how do you want to do it? What guys take it?
Elgin is over here on this side. What direction is that? That's east, right? And Chambers is here on the west. That's not, I don't know. It's not working. We're east.
Chambers should be on the west.
Chambers here. Yeah, Elgin.
Oh. I want.
I don't know how.
Did I do?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Oh, here I am.
Okay.
Use that. I was just looking at it. Here. Ready.
They're working on that, welcome. We want to just test the buzzers here, so, my friend Shelley here will, call on you and we'll make sure all the buzzers work.
Oh, the captain has me in 3 spots. Let's just start with number 1.
Number 1 for Elton, let's see your buzzer.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. I see where it's at.
I'll call.
Our buzzers.
Let's take it out.
Well, they're not plugged in, they're really not gonna.
Okay, now this is.
You don't need that.
Okay.
Okay.
Power on. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my phone. Thanks for phone practice.
Power's good.
Go like this.
Oh,
So
all
you
right.
can see it, but.
Can you do that now? Can't really get in there. Okay.
Can you see the budget?
Yes, I can, very clearly.
Greetings all. Are you all quizable veterans? Yes? So you kind of know the ropes here. So remember, captain's in charge here of the bonus. You can collaborate on bonus, but only the captain's response will be taken. Look straight ahead. Do not look sideways. Don't let us think that maybe you're collaborating, or be sure that your eyes are on us. Wait to be recognized. If you say the right answer, but you haven't been recognized, you will not get points. Audience, please keep silent. Tiny room here. We don't hear any of the answers there. You're welcome to share by pen or pencil, but please don't speak out the answers. During this round, no toss-up will be repeated, so listen carefully. If I make a mistake, I will repeat it. But I will repeat bonuses at your request, but it doesn't change the time. Once you buzz, even if it's by mistake, one of the other readers said that somebody accidentally hit the buzzer when they sneezed, and it was at the beginning of a question, and you have to give an answer. So be really careful about where you have that hand. Be sure that the buzzers are on the table. Don't hold them in your hand. And finally, on the bonus, do not buzz in. Simply say the answer when you have it. If you buzz in, it stops our timer, and that creates a problem. So buzzers on the toss-up, not on the bonus. Anybody have any questions? Okay, best of luck.
I have one.
Yes.
One request. Do you have in your bucket just a plain sheet of paper? I'm concerned they might be able to see my answers and such here, so if I could just pull it down.
You want,
Well, I want like a sheet, so I can cover, there we go.
I need
I have
those
those.
for tomorrow.
that's all right, that works perfectly.
I just want, I'm not accusing you of art, I just want to.
I know, but you're right. Remember, I'm there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, are we ready? Toss-up number 1. What is the probable cause of a circular depression in the earth surrounded by shattered rocks and containing an abundance of minerals which form under both high heat and pressure?
Meteorite?
Sorry, you were not recognized. Let me repeat the question for Chambers. What is the probable cause of a circular depression? Chambers number 5?
Asteroid.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is meteorite. Toss-up number 2. In the 1960s, what famous artist's drawing of a dove was often used on peace posters?
No, it's not.
Okay, we're going to call time on that. There's no answer. The correct answer is Picasso's, but we have a little mechanical problem. So you can keep going right here. Jeff, revise your strategies. Okay, we're going to test it one more time.
No.
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 Okay, you have to, yep, you do. Yep, just
Okay,
go ahead and
practice.
Yes. So if you see it go that first and then release, that kind of helps. It's like a second pause. It's not like. Had you started?
Yes. go to our second question.
Had you read it?
Yeah, we're good, we gave them time to. we're
Okay, you're okay.
All right, and she starts it when I finish the question.
Yes.
Yes. All right, now we've worked out all of our bugs, we're ready for number 3. All right, toss-up number 3. Which one of these would be equipped with a transponder? Telescope, freight train, jet engine, microscope, or satellite? Toss it.
Option number 3.
Satellite.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Elgin is a paper pencil. A prism 20 inches high has as its base an equilateral octagon measuring 4 inches on a side. What is its lateral area in square inches?
$640.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 4. In 1623, this empire's mad sultan Mustafa I was forced to abdicate and was confined to Seraglio. Name the realm.
Option number 3.
Ottoman Empire.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Elgin. Celia and pseudopods help some protozoa survive because they enable these organisms to do which one of the following? Use oxygen more efficiently, obtain food, remain sessile, develop a chitinous exoskeleton, or achieve photosynthesis.
Okay. Exoskeleton.
That answer is incorrect. Obtain food is the correct answer. Toss-up number 5. You can visit the historic Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, and it is presumably a lot safer than its murderously fictional counterpart Stephen King wrote about when he set which of his novels there?
Chambers number 4.
The Shining.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Chambers. This is a paper and pencil. Oh, I'm sorry, it is not. The probability is the same. The odds against rolling a 7 with 2 die and against getting out alive in a Doors song, what are the odds? That answer is incorrect. Correct answer is 1 in 5. Toss-up number 6. The expression is shots pajolska in Russian, l'addition s'il vous plaît in French, la cuenta por favor in Spanish. What is it in English?
Option number 6.
Be quiet, please.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Chambers. The expression is shots pajolska in Russian, l'addition s'il vous plaît in French, and la cuenta por favor in Spanish. What is it in English?
Chambers number 2. Tell me, please.
That answer is incorrect. Correct answer is check, please. Toss-up number 7. It consisted of 5 north-south routes linked by 21 cross tracks extending 12,000 miles through Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia.
Chambers number 3.
The Silk Road.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Elgin. It consisted of 5 north-south routes linked by 21 cross tracks, extending 12,000 miles through Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia. Named this notorious trail, created by the North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong. The correct answer is the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Toss-up number 8. LA Dodgers Glenn Burke is credited with originating which congratulatory gesture in 1977?
Chambers number 4.
High five.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Chambers. In Catherine Ann Porter's Pale Horse, Pale Rider.
Okay, it just went off. That's why it's so long.
Okay. Sorry. We'll start this again. I'll read it again. In Catherine Ann Porter's Pale Horse, Pale Rider, who or what does the Pale Rider represent?
Death.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 9. A synonym for vagabond starts with the same 3 letters. What's the word?
Chambers number 1. Banger.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Chambers. Which one of these Western novels has John Dunbar as its main character? Riders of the Purple Sage, Dances with Wolves, Hondo, The Virginian, or Red River?
Dances with Wolves.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 10. This city is called the mother of all Russian cities, but it's capital of a country other than Russia. What is the city?
Elgin number 5.
Moscow.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Chambers. This city is called the mother of all Russian cities, but it's the capital of a country other than Russia. What's the city?
Chambers number 2.
Budapest?
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Kiev. The important question today. Topic number 11. What is the 10-letter word for a preconceived, prejudiced view of the members of a particular group?
Chambers number 1. Stereotype.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Chambers. As one advances down the periodic chart from chlorine to iodine, does the chemical activity of halogens increase, decrease, or stay the same?
Decreases.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 12. What Italian musical term is the antonym of legato?
Elgin number 1.
Andante.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Chambers. What Italian musical term is the antonym of legato?
Chambers number 5, staccato.
That answer is correct. I'll read a bonus. For Chambers, this is paper pencil. The area of a rhombus is 72. If one diagonal has length 16, what is the length of the other diagonal? That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is 9. That concludes the round.
Good. I mean that seriously, so I'm not sure.
I have 55 for Chambers.
I know that makes a difference. And I agree with you on that.
Okay.
I think my last citation was incorrect.
Okay.
Yes, I can tell you here what it's at. Yes, we're supposed to kind of wait. We're gonna get them all.
But the others are right where we are.
The others are where we are, yes.
Oh,
There I go. Now I got it. Thank you, ladies, for your help. You're cheering me on, Michelle. You did a great job.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
No, wait. All the purpose still is.
Okay, so Mary's and Osmond.
Osmond is over on the east and St. Mary's on the west.
Okay, you test your buzzers and and I think we can start. Everybody's active on their own.
Good luck to both teams. Round number 2, toss-up number 1. He was monitoring an exam for graduate physics students and was told there was a problem because the questions on the exam were the same as the previous year's tests. That's okay, he replied. The answers are different this year. Name this famous professor.
St. Mary's #1.
Einstein.
That answer is correct. Bonus for St. Mary's. Let every man be respected as an individual, and no man idolized. It is an irony of fate that I myself have been the recipient of excessive admiration through no fault and no merit of my own. What form of government was Einstein extolling in these words?
Democracy.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 2. Which public library was founded in 1895 by consolidating the Astor and the Lenox libraries and the Tilden Trust?
St. Mary's #3.
The New York Public Library.
That answer is correct. Bonus for St. Mary's. This verb means to alternate rapidly between a head voice and a chest voice in a manner common to Swiss mountaineering. What is it?
Yodeling.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 3. This 6-letter word is from the Latin for moon. Name the word for insanity, which the Romans not so foolishly attributed to the phases of the moon.
St. Mary's #3.
Lunacy.
That answer is correct. Bonus for St. Mary's. List these nervous system structures in order of increasing size. Ganglion, nerve, neuron, plexus.
Ganglion, plexus, nerve, neuron.
That answer is incorrect. Neuron, nerve, ganglion, plexus is the correct order. Toss-up number 4. Carrie Chapman Catt was its honorary president from its founding in 1919 to her death in 1947. Abbreviated as LWV, what is this organization? An outgrowth of the National American Women's Suffrage Association.
Osmond #3.
Let women vote.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for St. Mary's. Carrie Chapman Catt was its honorary president from its founding in 1919 to her death in 1947. Abbreviated as LWV, what is this organization? An outgrowth of the National American Women's Suffrage Association. The correct answer is League of Women Voters. Toss-up number 5. What terminology has generally replaced jungle because it has a nice ring to it, according to William Sapphire?
St. Mary's #5. Rainforest.
That answer is incorrect. I will repeat for Osmond. What terminology has generally replaced jungle because it has a nice ring to it, according to William Sapphire?
Option number 4, forest.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is tropical rainforest. Toss-up number 6. Whose excuse for not meeting Soviet leaders was, "They keep dying on me"?
St. Mary's number 1,
Ronald Reagan.
That answer is correct. Bonus for St. Mary's. Name one of the 3 years in which an elected US president was inaugurated somewhere other than Washington, D.C. That answer is incorrect. The correct answer could be one of these: 1789, 1793, 1797. There's Washington. DC wasn't really established yet. Toss-up number 7. Both Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood are in the cast of Tchaikovsky's ballet, but neither appears in the Disney motion picture. Name this animated feature, and you've named the ballet.
St. Mary's number 3,
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Osmond. Both Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood are in the cast of Tchaikovsky's ballet, but neither appears in the Disney motion picture. Name this animated feature, and you've named the ballet.
Option number 3,
Nutcracker.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Sleeping Beauty. Toss-up number 8. The Constitution states that all criminal trials, with one exception, shall be by jury. The exception is in the case of what?
option number 3,
Murder.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for St. Mary's. The Constitution states that all criminal trials, with the exception of one, shall be by jury. The exception is in the cases of what?
St. Mary's number 5, suicide.
That answer is incorrect. Correct answer is impeachment. Toss-up number 9. This 19th century composer, discovered by Schumann, who thought he would be in the forefront of the German Romanticism, turned out to be as conservative as Beethoven, in contrast to the more passionate style of Wagner and Liszt. He also composed 4 symphonies. Who was this?
St. Mary's number 1,
Bach.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Osmond. This 19th century composer, discovered by Schumann, who thought he would be in the forefront of German Romanticism, turned out to be as conservative as Beethoven, in contrast to the more passionate styles of Wagner and Liszt. He also composed 4 symphonies. Who was this?
option number 2,
Mozart.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Johannes Brahms. Toss-up number 10. What adjective applied to writing with a gruesomely complicated and surreal quality is derived from the name of the author of The Metamorphoses?
St. Mary's number 2.
Grotesque.
The answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Osmond. What adjective applied to writing with a gruesomely complicated or surreal quality is derived from the name of the author of the Metamorphoses?
Osmond number 3.
Gothic.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Kafkaesque. Toss-up number 11. What island is poetically referred to as the Sceptered Isle?
St. Mary's number 3.
Ireland.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Osmond. What island is poetically referred to as the Sceptered Isle? The correct answer is England. Final question of the round.
One moment, please, you guys were around, but could you move your name tags more with Osmond and O'Neill? I can't see your buzzer and I can't see your buzzer. There you go. Are you better to be able to see them now? Okay, thank you.
Okay, final question of the round. Toss-up number 12. In botany, it is an appendage to parts of such flowers as the daffodil and the buttercup. In architecture, this Latin word meaning crown denotes the lower member of the projecting part of a cornice. In astronomy, it is a halo or luminous circle around a heavenly body, especially the sun. These are 3 definitions of what word?
Osmond number 2.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for St. Mary's. In botany, it is an appendage to parts of such flowers as the daffodil and the buttercup. In architecture, this Latin word meaning crown denotes the lower portion of the projecting part of a cornice. In astronomy, it is a halo or luminous circle around a heavenly body, especially the sun. These are 3 definitions of what word?
St. Mary's number 1.
Eclipse.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is corona. That concludes the round. Congratulations to St. Mary's.
There's just names.
I know. And then they start painting. They said. Oh, yeah. I would have changed this. This is it. This is like you're 30.
That's just beyond this. They're posting their resumes, but,
Yeah.
We know.
I wanted to make sure that they were asking something else.
Okay, we're waiting for one group to finish, so. Just don't fix it.
Yeah. So we can balance them. No, I just want to.
As long as we just compare at the end every time, we can go back.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Why did you say boss?
Yes, I can answer.
That is true.
Oh,
And
for
yeah,
the second
and the one you get is wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, if you was the capital of
Alright, we are about to begin.
You're ready, Shelley? We're gonna go ahead and start this round then, so.
Everybody have paper and pencil? Okay, we're ready to begin. Good luck to all of you. Round 3, toss-up number 1. Josep Broz, later known as Tito, was born in Croatia, an area that later became part of Yugoslavia. Of which country was Croatia a part when Tito was born in 1882?
Belgium number 3.
Russia?
That answer is incorrect. I will repeat for Osmond. Josep Broz, later known as Tito, was born in Croatia, an area that later became part of Yugoslavia. Of which country was Croatia a part when Tito was born in 1882 and when he was drafted in 1913? The correct answer is Austria-Hungary. Toss-up number 2. When setting a formal dinner table, where do you place the napkin?
Belgium number 1.
On the right side.
That answer is incorrect. Let me repeat for Osmond. When setting a formal dinner table, where do you place the napkin?
Osmond number 2.
on the plate.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Osmond. What, this paper pencil. What are the solutions for x squared minus 5x minus 66 equals 0? Negative.
11 and 5.
That answer is incorrect. The answer is 11 and negative 6. Toss-up number 3. The Muscle Shoals area of this state includes the cities of Sheffield and Tuscumbia. Name the state.
Elgin number 5?
May.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Osmond. The Muscle Shoals area of this state includes the cities of Sheffield and Tuscumbia. Name the state.
Osmond number 6.
Colorado.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Alabama. Toss-up number 4. Many desert-dwelling rodents have unusually large ears, which serve primarily to do what?
Elgin number 2?
Allow them to hear.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Osmond. Many desert-dwelling rodents have unusually large ears, which serve primarily to do what?
Osmond number 3.
Regulate their body temperature.
I'll accept that answer to keep them cool. Cool the blood. Okay, bonus for Osmond. Martin Luther King Jr. first broke into the civil rights scene in 1955 as the organizer of what boycott in Montgomery, Alabama?
Bus boycott.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 5. In which alpine event do alpine skiers reach the greatest speed? The correct answer is the downhill. Toss-up number 6. What major nation ended its participation in the First World War with the signing of the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk in 1917? This act alienated the nation from much of the rest of the world.
Elgin number 3.
Russia.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Elgin. The Federal Finance Department and the agencies of the federal government submit their annual requests for funding to what executive office where they are compiled?
The treasurer.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is the Office of Management and Budget. Toss-up number 7. What are the 2 main languages spoken in Chad? The correct answer is French and Arabic. Toss-up number 8. In the Bible, Abaddon is the angel who presides over which of the following? The bottomless pit, the Garden of Eden, Mount Sinai, the Garden of Gethsemane, or the road to Damascus?
Elgin number 6.
The Garden of Eden.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Osmond. In the Bible, Abaddon is the angel who presides over which of the following? A bottomless pit, the Garden of Eden, Mount Sinai, the Garden of Gethsemane, or the road to Damascus?
Osmond number 2, bottomless pit.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Osmond. What is the next line from this Emily Dickinson poem? I'm nobody, who are you?
Are you nobody too?
That answer is correct. Toss up number 9. In an alphabetical list of all the countries, this one comes right after Costa Rica, but only if you're talking about its French name. If not, then it comes after Jamaica. What is this African country?
Option number 2, you get it.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Osmond. In an alphabetical listing of all countries, this one comes right after Costa Rica, but only if you're talking about its French name. If not, then it comes before Jamaica. What is this African country? The correct answer is Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire. Toss-up number 10. Which politician's rise began when he upset Robert La Follette Jr. in the 1946 Senate primary?
Option number 3,
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Osmond. Which politician's rise began when he upset Robert La Follette Jr. in the 1947 Senate primary?
Osmond number 6.
George W. Bush.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Joseph McCarthy. Toss-up number 11. The expression is "tu le me plais" in French or "es tu me gusta" in Spanish. What is it in English?
Option number 2,
This I like.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Elgin. The human throat consists of 3 sections, properly called the nasopharynx, the oropharynx, and the laryngopharynx. Arrange these 3 sections of their pharynx from top to bottom.
Nasal, oral, and nasal, oral, and the third one you can say.
That answer is correct.
Okay.
It's the word.
Your pronunciation is this first one. Final question of the round, toss-up number 12. Its tables of tides were used by Nazi spies during World War II, and its lunar data were used by Abraham Lincoln as a defense lawyer. Name this annual collection of fact and folklore, founded in 1792 and still published. It is America's oldest continuously published periodical.
option number 5,
The World Almanac.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Osmond. Its tables of tides were used by Nazi spies during World War II, and its lunar data were used by Abraham Lincoln as a defense lawyer. Name this annual collection of fact and folklore founded in 1792 and still published. The America's oldest continuously published periodical.
Osmond, number 5.
Farmer's Almanac.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Osmond. The central angle included between two radii of a circle, which intercept an arc on the circumference, are equal in length to a radii. Equal in length to a radii is the definition of what measurement unit?
Radius.
The answer is almost right, but not. Radian is the correct answer.
Deb, I don't agree. I will, 20 to 40.
Okay, let me go back, let me check.
Congratulations to Osmond.
Yes, I agree.
And then 40 for Osmond.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I read it and then I was like, over here on the east, we have Dale St. Mary's, and west.
Ready to roll? Alright, round number 4. Toss up number 1. In the 1800s, this religious sect became famous for making simple, austere furniture, especially.
St. Mary's, number 4.
Amish.
That answer is incorrect. Let me repeat the question for Chambers. In the 1800s, this religious sect became famous for making simple, austere furniture, especially chairs. Name it.
Chambers, number 2.
Quakers.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Shakers. Toss-up number 2. Between which two countries is the tiny principality of Liechtenstein?
St. Mary's number one?
Germany and France.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for Chambers. Between which two countries is the tiny principality of Liechtenstein?
Chambers number 5, Israel and Palestine.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Austria and Switzerland. Toss-up number 3. John D. Rockefeller founded Standard Oil in which city on Lake Erie?
St. Mary's number 6, Chicago.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Chambers. John D. Rockefeller founded Standard Oil in which city on Lake Erie?
Chambers number 1, Erie, Pennsylvania.
That answer is incorrect, but it's close, Cleveland. All right, toss-up number 4. It is, along with the red, green, and chili peppers, a variety of capsicum annum. The condiments paprika and cayenne pepper are made from it. It is most often found inside stuffed olives. Name it.
St. Mary's number 3, cayenne pepper.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Chambers. It is, along with red, green, and chili peppers, a variety of capsicum annum. The condiments, paprika and cayenne pepper, are made from it. It is most often found inside stuffed olives.
Chambers number 1, pimento.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Chambers. The name of what American poet is in this anagram? 1/2 the new world's glory.
Francis Scott Key.
No, the correct answer is Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And I would say long shot. That was a long shot. Okay, question number 5. Toss-up number 5. In what country did artist Alfred Sisley do most of his paintings?
St. Mary's number 3, Italy.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Chambers. In what country did artist Alfred Sisley do most of his paintings?
Chambers number 4,
France.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Chambers. You have to work to see those questions. What is the prize and who is the captain in this following passage by Walt Whitman? O captain, my captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every rock The prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting.
God is the captain and making it to the shore is the prize.
That is good guess, but it's incorrect. It's actually Union victory, and the captain is Abraham Lincoln, written at the death of Abraham Lincoln. Toss-up number 6. This New York Island's 1,723 square miles are divided into 4 counties: Kings, Queens, Suffolk, and Nassau. What is the island?
St. Mary's number 2.
Long Island.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for St. Mary's. This is a paper pencil. 2 cards are selected from a deck at random. What is, in lowest terms, what is the probability that they match in rank?
Two out of 54.
No, that's incorrect. The correct answer is 117. Toss-up number 7. During what century did Michelangelo create the frescoes in the Sistine Chapel?
St. Mary's number 1.
The 14th century.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Chambers. During what century did Michelangelo create the frescoes in the Sistine Chapel?
Chambers number 4.
16th century.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Chambers. What name completes this passage from Romeo and Juliet? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn, my love, and I will no longer be a.
Montague.
Well, actually Capulet. The answer is incorrect. It wasn't Montague. Toss-up number 8. What future present says, just as I went into politics because Joe died, if anything happens to me tomorrow, my brother Bobby will run for my seat in the Senate. And if Bobby died, Teddy would take over for him.
St. Mary's number 1.
Kennedy.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for St. Mary's. What 6-letter word describes the literary device Cicero uses in this passage? Just as apples, when they are green, are with difficulty plucked, but when ripe and mellow, fall of themselves, so with the young, death comes as a result of force, while with the old is a result of ripeness.
Similar.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 9. The first article of what treaty recognized former New World colonies as free, sovereign, and independent states?
St. Mary's number 3. The Treaty of Privilege.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for St. Mary's. Leonardo da Vinci and Albrecht Dürer were among many artists who painted the Adoration of which trio?
The adoration of the Trinity.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is the Magi. Toss-up number 10. What three-word phrase from a Clint Eastwood movie is used to describe laws enacted in several states which legitimize the killing of intruders who forcibly break into one's home?
St. Mary's number 4?
Self-defense.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Chambers. What three-word phrase from a Clint Eastwood movie is used to describe laws enacted in several states which legitimize the killing of intruders who forcibly break into one's home? The correct answer is Make My Day. Toss-up number 11. A dry one is equal to 1/8 of a peck. A liquid one is equal to 1/4 of a gallon. What word defines both?
Quart.
Sorry, weren't recognized. I'll repeat the question for Chambers. A dry one is equal to 1/8 of a peck. A liquid one is equal to 1/4 of a gallon. What word defines both?
Chambers number 2?
A quart. That answer is correct. Bonus for Chambers. A heat-resisting glass will result if the limestone normally used in glass production is replaced by oxides of which two elements, whose chemical symbols are A1 and B? Excuse me, AL and B.
Aluminum and boron.
That answer is correct. The final answer, or the final question, final toss-up of the round. What type of computer printer requires a toner cartridge?
Chambers number 4?
Laser printer.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Chambers. A charlatan is a pretender to medical knowledge. How do you spell the word charlatan?
CHARHTONE.
That answer is incorrect. CHARLATAN. Charlatan. That ends the round.
I have 25 to 35.
You have 35.
Great.
Congratulations to Chambers.
Just to be clear on the
Everyone is whenever we're ready.
All right, guys, I stand corrected on that last round in the bonus. It'd make a difference for the score, but Chambers was using paper and pencil on that spelling question. And unless I say paper, pencil, it shouldn't be paper or pencil. So that's my mistake. I stand corrected. It didn't make a difference in the round, but yeah, so just heads up on that. All right, is everybody ready? Good luck on this round. We're in round 5, toss-up number 1. She claims to have discovered Picasso, who did a famous portrait of her and who inspired her own literary cubism. Who was this so-called mama of Dada, who critiqued the famous artist she knew in her autobiography of Alice P. Toklas? The correct answer is Gertrude Stein. Toss-up number 2. Rivers play an important part in geography, both physical and political. Name the river forming a common boundary between Oregon and Idaho.
Alternate number 3.
Oregon River.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for St. Mary's. Rivers play an important part in geography, both physical and political. Name the river forming a common border between Oregon and Idaho.
St. Mary's number 3. Colorado River.
That answer is incorrect. Correct answer is the Snake River. Toss-up number 3. During fertilization, 2 of these cells, one each from the male and female, unite to form a zygote. What scientific term are we looking for?
Alternate number 6.
Fertilization.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for St. Mary's. During fertilization, 2 of these cells, one each from the male and female, unite to form a zygote. What scientific term are we looking for?
St. Mary's number 3.
Silk cells.
That answer is incorrect. It asks for the scientific term, which would be gametes. Toss-up number 4. Consider the function f of x equals x squared minus 2. For what values of x will the function equal 0?
Alternate number 6.
Negative and positive 1.
The answer is incorrect. I'll repeat for St. Mary's. Consider the function f of x equals x squared minus 2. For what values of x will the function equal 0?
St. Mary's number 4.
Negative 2 and positive 1.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is positive and negative square root of 2. Toss-up number 5. A lexicographer uses what adjective to describe these words? Methinks, albeit, prithee. The correct answer could be either archaic or obsolete. Toss-up number 6. After a Jewish ceremony, the groom stomps on a wine glass and shouts to everyone, Mazel Tov. What does this mean in English?
Option number 5.
Cheers.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for St. Mary's. After a Jewish wedding ceremony, the groom stomps on a wine glass and everyone shouts Mazel Tov. What does this mean in English?
St. Mary's number 3.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for St. Mary's. Green bottles and blue bottles, which have colorful bodies, are types of what?
Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, green bottles and blue bottles, which have colorful bodies, are types of what? Now, the correct answer is flies. Okay, toss-up number 7. Identify the longest part in Mozart's Requiem and Verdi's Requiem.
Option number 3.
Mozart's Minuet.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for St. Mary's. Identify the longest part in Mozart's Requiem or Verdi's Requiem.
St. Mary's number 1.
Ode to Joy.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Dies Irae. Toss-up number 8. What city is famous for Hradčany Castle, Kinski Palace, and Franz Kafka?
St. Mary's number 4.
The answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Elgin. What city is famous for Hradčany Castle, Kinski Palace, and Franz Kafka?
Option number 3.
Frankfurt.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Prague. Toss-up number 9. This blue-black crystalline material has been trademarked under the names carborundum or crystalline, used as an abrasive and as heat refractory material. What compound is made up of atoms with atomic number 6 and 14?
Option number 1.
Carbon and fluorine.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for St. Mary's. This blue-black crystalline material has been trademarked under the names carborundum and crystalline, used as an abrasive and as heat refractory material. What compound is made up of atoms with atomic numbers 6 and 14?
St. Mary's number 6.
Carbon and silicon.
That answer is correct. The bonus is a paper pencil. The measure of the vertex angle of an isosceles triangle is 3 times the measure of a base angle. How many degrees in the measure of the base angle?
15.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is 36. Toss-up number 10. During the Civil War, Delaware, Maryland, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Missouri were collectively known as what?
Elgin number 3.
The Confederates?
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for St. Mary's. During the Civil War, Delaware, Maryland, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Missouri were collectively known as what?
St. Mary's number 3.
Neutral states.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is border states. Toss-up number 11. Name the American folk artists whose first works were copies of Currier and Ives prints. The correct answer is Grandma Moses. The final toss-up of the round, toss-up 12. The region east of Cape Hatteras is best known by what nickname?
Elgin number 2. Cape Cod.
The answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for St. Mary's. The region east of Cape Hatteras is best known by what nickname? The correct answer is the graveyard at the Atlantic. That concludes the round.
And I agree on the score. St.
Um,
Mary's is the winner.
Congratulations to St. Mary's.
Oh, I know, what, yes. artists. Medium.
Here we go.
Just a minute. Now you're starting to celebrate.
One and two.
Oh, okay. Chambers, Boyer on the east, Osmond on the west.
Two, all right.
Whoa, you're five. Ready to go.
What is yours?
We are in round 6. Good luck to all. Toss up number 1. This question, you need 2 answers involved in it. All right, its first 6 books are patterned after the Odyssey, while its remaining 6 books are modeled on the Iliad. Name this 12-book 1st century BC epic and its Roman author. Okay, the answer is the Aeneid by Virgil. Toss-up number 2. The U.S. is divided into 12 Federal Reserve Bank districts. Each bank is identified on the money issues by the letter that begins each bill's serial number. Missouri has 2 such cities. What are those cities identified by the letters H and J?
Osmond number 3.
Branson and St. Louis.
The answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Chambers. The U.S. is divided into 12 Federal Reserve Bank districts. Each bank is identified on the money it issues by the letter that begins each bill's serial number. Missouri has 2 such cities. What are these cities identified by the letters H and J?
Chambers number 3.
St. Louis and Kansas City.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Chambers. About 60% of the British newspaper market is devoted to what kind of periodical that is written in popular, sensational style and often infringes on personal privacy?
Tabloid.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 3. This holiday earned its current reputation because it was believed to be the day on which birds began to mate. What is the holiday?
Chambers number 4.
Valentine's Day.
The answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Chambers. What movie did Dustin Hoffman prepare for by studying people with autism?
Can you repeat the question?
What movie did Dustin Hoffman prepare for by studying people with autism?
The Good Doctor.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Rain Man. Toss-up number 4. His grave was discovered in 1991, 250 years after his death on a remote island which is now named for him. After his remains were discovered, he was reburied with full honors on that same island. Name this Danish explorer.
Chambers number 2?
Henry Hudson.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Osmond. His grave was discovered in 1991, 250 years after his death, on a remote island now named for him. After his remains were discovered, he was reburied with full honors on that same island. Name this Danish explorer. The correct answer is Bering. Toss-up number 5. Handel's Messiah is an oratorio that means which of the following? A, it is performed outdoors. B, it does not use a full orchestra. C, it calls for no staging or costumes. D, it uses soloists in lieu of a chorus. Or E, dancing is more important than singing.
Chambers number 1?
No staging or costumes.
That answer is correct. We'll read the bonus for Chambers. What are you most likely to do with a musca domestica? Water it, feed it, swat it, walk it, or sing to it?
Water it.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is swat it. Toss-up number 6. Speech is composed of 2 separate mechanical functions. Articulation is achieved by structures in the mouth. In what organ is phonation achieved?
Chambers number 3?
The larynx.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Chambers. What is the magnitude of the velocity in meters per second of a 25 kilogram mass that is moving with a momentum of 100 kilograms meters per second?
$2,500.
That answer is incorrect. 4 meters per second is the correct answer. Toss-up number 7. The words all and none are 2 of the 3 qualifiers used in Venn diagrams. What is the other?
Osmond number 3?
Some.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Osmond. Give me a 6-letter word starting with the letter V, which is an antonym of vice. The correct answer is virtue. Toss-up number 8. Most crops of the antebellum South were grown on large private farms called what?
Chambers number 3.
Plantations.
The answer is correct. Bonus number 8. Only 2 meat cutlets can be placed in a frying pan at one time. Each cutlet must be fried on one side for 3 minutes. During what minimum time in minutes can you fry 3 cutlets on both sides?
Twelve minutes.
That answer is incorrect. Correct answer is 9 minutes. Toss-up number 9. Name one task that the selected service system is responsible for doing.
Chambers number 3.
Protecting the president.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Osmond. Name one task that the selected service system is responsible for doing.
Osmond number 5.
Sending out letters.
The answer is incorrect. You both aren't 18 yet. This is the draft, induction, or registry for the draft. The toss-up number 10. Restate this phrase, retaining the meaning by eliminating 2 words. A cloud that resembled the shape of a horse.
Osmond number 2.
The cloud resembled a horse.
That answer is incorrect. I'll restate the question for Chambers. Restate this phrase by eliminating 2 words. A cloud that resembled the shape of a horse.
Chambers number 2.
A horse-shaped cloud.
That's incorrect. It was only 2 words. A cloud, the shape of a horse. Toss-up number 11. In Orson Welles' movie Citizen Kane, what is the profession of Charles Foster Kane? The correct answer is journalism or newspaper owner. Final toss-up question of the round, toss-up 12. Crabs and lobsters are, octopi and squid aren't. What's the name for the class of arthropod that have shells?
Osmond number 3.
Crustaceans.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Osmond. Name the chord consisting of the following notes, A, C, E.
A minor.
That answer is correct. That concludes the round.
I have 35 to 20 then.
Yeah, I do want to say this.
Okay. Congratulations to Chambers.
one room each.
And when we're talking, and doing technical stuff, that's over.
Oh, it's different, right?
I haven't got
Well, we're trying to figure out who goes where. Okay. So, yeah. Elgin.
Chambers is winning this round, or this group. So they move on.
In second place is St. Mary.
O'Neill St. Mary's is moving on.
And, Austin is third place.
Osmond got third. Osmond, you are done for the day. And Elgin, fourth, and you are done for the day. Elgin, Osmond, thank you very much for attending. Chambers and O'Neill St. Mary's, you guys move on. Let's see where you're at.
And Elgin and Osmond, please turn in your lanyard, your paper pencil, signs.
O'Neill St. Mary's, you will go against Pierce in the second round in the Legion. So that is where you will go next. Chambers, you will stay in this room. You will face the winner of Elkhorn Valley and, or no, you'll go against Norfolk County in the second round in this room. And then round eight questions.
I was watching.
No, there's something wrong. They should advance more. Oh.
It's cold.
I want to come back for sixes and come back here.
So for the next round, we will do 7 questions.
So.
Stay outside and get stuff in that little truck. That's the same house.
You don't want to go to the tacos rep today?
No. Suffers in her. Breakfast, lunch, chairs.
No,
I know you guys, you already see the same. So if you said, do you want to go out to dinner, we go out to lunch.
So wait, so you unless, if it's like passive, if it's like 5 o'clock, someone says, you wanna go out for, like, I'm gonna know what they're talking about, but it doesn't. Maybe that's what it is.
So you're just. I need to double Chambers.
Gosh, I hope not. I was gonna say, we weren't sure about it, but yeah, that's a shame. I hope.
Well, we already got
I don't think my credit is small results, they're starting, yeah. So you said that I was They didn't die. There's over 7.
That's what it's all about.
I've never seen that. And they're checking all of that.
Waiting on someone?
Yes.
We're here.
Good.
20 minutes later.
Reading question 7 and then we'll do 7. Yeah, we get a little more rounds here.
You're right up here in the multi-purpose room.
I see now that maybe all we have is wind, and that is nice. I did not.
Did they have some Valley in Summerlin? Okay, you guys are here. Okay. So it's 6.5.
Well, it's the same.
Say more.
It's
We
on
will
7
play
questions.
7, our 7 side.
But on my.
You put it in 7.
You
You put it in,
7.
you put it in 7.
I put it in 7.
What side?
Oh,
No, you put it in 6.5.
Sorry. Well, okay. And I just didn't know where. On this side?
Yeah, Summerlin, slamming up the front of this house.
We can take that if we want.
Okay, we're ready to begin. Audience, please remember silence. Right notes to each other, but please be silent. Remember only the captain answers bonus questions. No paper and pencil unless I say that you do, and don't answer if recognize. Everybody ready to go? Congratulations on making it through the first round, or first,
Several rounds?
yes, several rounds.
The round robin.
Yes, all right, so we are, toss up number one, everybody ready to roll? All right, a scientist whose specialty is the composition of stars is called what?
Summerlin number 4.
An astrologist.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Elkhorn Valley. A scientist whose specialty is the composition of stars is called what?
Elkhorn Valley number 3.
An astronomer.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Elkhorn Valley. What verb, meaning to present something desirable and then withhold it, was derived from the name of the mythical king of Phrygia?
I don't know. Tease.
That answer is incorrect. It's tantalize.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Toss up number 2. What 9-letter, 4-syllable word means harsh or discordant sound? A synonym is,
Elkhorn Valley number 3.
Cacophony.
that answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Elkhorn Valley. This is a paper pencil. Milk containing 12% butterfat and cream containing 69% butterfat are blended to produce half and half, which is 50% butterfat. How many gallons of each must be mixed to make 150 gallons of half and half? 50.
This is you guys, 'cause that's what we lost here. Yeah, let's get one. Oh, yeah, that's right. 50 and 100.
I think we need more specific as a judge.
Yeah, I can't accept
Oh,
an
50
answer.
of the milk and the 100 of the cream.
I don't think we can take it because we had to prompt.
Yeah, I think you have to answer it's completely, you're right, but be sure you answer the question
That's all right.
completely. All right, toss up number 3. What is defined as the derivative of work with respect to time?
Elkhorn Valley number 3.
Efficiency.
The answer is incorrect. Let me repeat the question for Summerlin. What is defined as the derivative of work with respect to time? The correct answer is power. Toss up number 4. Once called Lac de Saint-Sacrement, this New York lake was renamed by England's king in 1755. What is it called now?
Summerlin number 4.
Lake Ontario.
That answer is incorrect. Let me repeat the question for Elkhorn Valley. Once called Lac de Saint-Sacrement, this New York lake was renamed for England's king in 1755. What's its name now?
Elkhorn Valley number 3.
Lake George.
That is correct. The bonus for Tosset River 4 is a paper pencil. Find the inverse of f of x equals 7x minus 2.
Oh, my bad. X plus 2 over 7.
Yes, that's correct. All right, toss-up number 5. After an 1829 race riot in Cincinnati, 1,000 African Americans fled that city and at the invitation of the governor of Upper Canada settled there. What's the current name for that first Canadian province to end slavery, now the most populous province?
Summerlin number 4.
Ontario.
That answer is correct. I'll leave the bonus for Summerlin. What Babe Ruth moniker was shared with the leader of a real country that became part of Pakistan?
Kashmir?
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is the Sultan of Swat. Toss-up number 6. Scientists have assumed that certain solar bacteria were the biggest nitrogen fixers on Earth, making that element available to plants. Now the record for nitrogen fixing, 1 billion tons a year, is credited to what specific weather phenomenon? Correct answer is lightning. All right, toss-up number 7. This tribunal was established by Pope Sixtus IV in 1478, and it was ended in 1808 with its successor, the Tribunal of Faith, abolished in 1834. Name the tribunal from a shameful chapter in church history.
Elkhorn Valley number 3.
The Inquisition.
That is correct. Bonus for toss-up number 7. I'll read for Elkhorn Valley. This is paper pencil. Describe the nature of the roots of the equation 2x squared minus 7x minus 3 equals 0.
Negative.
The answer is incorrect. It's irrational or real. Okay, we're on toss-up number 8. You are the proprietor of the world's only flag alteration shop. A customer comes in with the flag of the United States. You are asked to remove 2 stripes and 49 stars, and you do so. To what African nation does it now belong?
Summerlin number 4.
Liberia.
That answer is correct. Bonus for Summerlin. In 1812, Napoleon's grand army of 614,000 invaded this country. Months later, only 40,000 were left. Name the country.
Russia.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 9. It's a rather unexpected compound to find on the surface of the sun, but that is where it was detected in 1995. What is the best known and most effective solvent?
Summerlin number 4.
Water.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Summerlin. Boric acid is used to combat which household pests of the order Lataria?
Termites?
That answer is incorrect. Correct answer is cockroaches. Toss-up number 10. Naturalist Johann Blumenbach considered residents of Georgia east of the Black Sea the most beautiful race. He therefore coined what 3-syllable term for all light-skinned people?
Elkhorn Valley number 3.
Aryan.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Summerlin. Naturalist Johann Blumenbach considered residents of Georgia east of the Black Sea the most beautiful race. He therefore coined what 3-syllable term for all light-skinned people?
Summerlin number 3.
Caucasian?
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Summerlin, and it's paper pencil. Find 2 integers whose sum is 2 and whose difference is 6.
And 2 and 6?
The answer is incorrect. Correct answer is -2 and 4. Toss-up number 11. How many 2-digit numbers exist which do not include the digit 0?
Elkhorn Valley number 3.
91.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Summerlin. How many 2-digit numbers exist which do not include the digit 0? Sorry, you weren't recognized yet. The answer is 81. Toss-up number 12, the last toss-up of the round. As a noun, it describes a short poem which is often sung. As an adjective, it means things not associated with the clergy.
Elkhorn Valley number 3.
Secular.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Summerlin. As a noun, it describes a short poem which is often sung. As an adjective, it means things not associated with the clergy. Give me this 3-letter word which is a verb, as a verb means put.
Summerlin number 1.
Set.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is lay. Okay, we have a tie. So,
I agree.
all right, we will go to sudden death.
I don't
Yep.
know.
Yeah, well,
It's the next question.
yeah, next question. All right. Right, everybody ready? The unanswered questions in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea were answered in which later Jules Verne book? The correct answer is Mysterious Island. we'll try something, we'll try another one. So this is 13 maybe. The Conchaca Peninsula is part of what country?
Summerlin number 4.
Russia.
That answer is correct. That ends the round. Congratulations, Summerlin. Well played, Elkhorn Valley.
Thank you. Again, yes.
Do you think?
Yes. What? Yes.
You guys know where we go. Yes.
You're all right here.
We stay.
The next, it's, well, no, it's Chambers and, no, you don't.
You don't stay.
You don't stay. Let's see.
I think you go to conference A.
Conference A.
I checked my curse.
Do you have the brackets?
Yeah, don't, because the brackets are
I think
online.
you go to the pink one.
Oh, they have it. Yes, you will go to
Conference A.
Thank you.
But did it say here through this or does it?
it just meant, we won't know for sure as soon as I post. My mistake, and yes, it's true, you go to conference A.
And I think it's the same round.
Okay, so we can go.
Yeah, round 7.
You can go that direction. Same.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
This one.
Conference A.
We do have chambers in Norfolk.
Chambers.
Yeah.
Let's wait, take a little bit of a break because we had kind of late starting.
Did you say the Lutheran High O'Neill, are they still going?
Yes.
Oh, so.
We have a little bit started. Well, we've been watching it, well, I've been watching, obviously, Lutheran High Norfolk, so we're watching, see what they're doing, so.
We had the wrong channel. We had a quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's something.
No, they sent us that sheet.
And then March.
Yes.
What?
I think they're done. Yeah, they just updated the bracket. Oh, and they have started in one of the other rooms. They started in one of the other rooms.
Have not started in it.
I just got an updated schedule.
And that's what.
Oh, are they just testing it?
They just, we can start at the same time.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, you guys were waiting and I did an update on the floor. Thank you.
Okay, whenever we're ready.
Okay, I have chambers over here on the east, Norfolk High on the west. Okay.
That's not
Ready to roll? Okay. Round 8, which is actually
Round 7 for us. We read, we read 8. It's
All right.
round 7.
Toss-up number 1. Spell the word cataclysmic.
Norfolk number 3?
CATACLICKM.
That's incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Chambers. Spell the word cataclysmic.
Chambers number 4?
CATACLIMIC.
That is incorrect. The correct spelling is CATACLYSMIC. Toss-up number 2. What is the 2-word phrase for the detention of a prisoner in isolation from all other prisoners?
Norfolk number 2?
solitary confinement.
The answer is correct. I'll read bonus for Norfolk. From a law enforcement standpoint, what 4-syllable adjective may be applied to any offensive conduct that disturbs the peace?
Can you please repeat the question?
From a law enforcement standpoint, what 4-syllable adjective, excuse me, just a minute.
Any team member can ask for,
No, let me-
Not on a bonus question.
that's what they said in the other room, is any team
Yes,
member
they
can
can.
ask for
Can I ask, okay.
Any team member can ask for a repeat.
From a law enforcement standpoint, what 4-syllable adjective may be applied to any offensive conduct that disturbs the peace?
misdemeanor.
The answer is incorrect. The correct answer is disorderly adjective that describes the conduct. Toss-up number 3. What is the 7-letter word for the part of the skeleton referred to as the brain case?
Norfolk number 1.
Cranium.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus for Norfolk. What is the probability of rolling not more than 11 on 2 dice? What is the probability of rolling not more than 11 on 2 dice?
35 and 36.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 4. Self-employed people usually have to file estimated tax forms how often?
Norfolk number 4.
Quarterly.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus. Name the only World War II veteran to walk on the moon.
So.
Okay, Buzz Aldrin.
That answer is incorrect. Alan Shepard. Toss-up number 5. What is the prominent form of Islam in Iran?
Norfolk number 2.
Shia.
Say it again, please.
Shia. Or Shiite.
Shiite is correct. I'll read the bonus. Name the top 2 largest cities on the Mekong River, the national capitals of Cambodia and Laos.
Cambodia, like Phnom Penh.
Any guess? Any guess? Anything? Give me something. Give me something.
Phnom Penh in country.
Phnom Penh and Quantry.
Correct answer is Phnom Penh and Vientiane. Toss-up number 6. Name the novel whose first section is literally a tale told by an idiot. The author is William Faulkner.
Norfolk number 4.
Canterbury Tales.
That answer is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Chambers. Name the novel whose first section is literally a tale told by an idiot. The author is William Faulkner. The correct answer is The Sound and the Fury.
Thank you.
Toss-up number 7. Punjabi is spoken by about half of all.
Norfolk number 2.
Indians.
That answer is incorrect. Let me repeat the question for Chambers. Punjabi is spoken by about half of all households in which country?
Chambers number 2.
India?
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Pakistan. Toss-up number 8. If any of the Hollywood 10 had been members of the Communist Party in 1947, what law would have been broken? There's no answer. The correct answer is none. Toss-up number 9. What word describes someone inclined to doubt the good intentions of the human?
Chambers number 2.
Pessimist?
That answer is incorrect. Let me repeat the question for Norfolk. What answer describes someone inclined to doubt the good intentions of the human race? It originally referred to a Greek school of philosophy of which Diogenes was the best known representative.
Norfolk number 4.
Aristocrat.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is cynic. Toss-up number 10. In the early 1950s, East Germany's spies used this means to transport information from the western side of Potsdam's Lake Gleineke to the eastern side where agents waited. Trained for this task were what pure white aquatic birds who lent their name to a farewell appearance and a fancy dive?
Norfolk number 3.
Swan.
That answer is correct. I'll read the bonus. Bonus number 10. What is the two-word name for the geographic area represented by a member of the U.S. House of Representatives? What is the two-word name for the geographic area represented by a member of the U.S. House of Representatives?
Congressional district.
That answer is correct. Toss-up number 11. What do you call a projectile that carries its own fuel and is driven by jet propulsion?
Norfolk number 3.
Rocket.
That answer is correct. I'll read.
Okay, I need to interrupt here. We are, solution is that.
Okay.
I did Deb's, I have it says stop at 35 point difference, and I have 45 to 10.
I have, the score at the current time is 55,
Okay.
Okay.
so we would stop.
They have, Chambers have a 5.
Chambers has, no, wait, I'm reading the wrong score, excuse me. It is, 0 to 50.
Okay, so we'll take this.
That's really nice.
Well, let's just go. It's either way. It's
Okay, that ends the round. Norfolk Catholic will, Norfolk High, sorry. Oh, sorry. Norfolk High will continue on. Chambers, congratulations on a good day. And leave your lanyard and your,
You still feel and I might Yes.
Is that what it's supposed to say? But how you feel
But they might still be playing, we're getting, so I will wait. They were still updating for the fine. Yes. Alright. You guys got everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is really. For these schools, I mean, they're invested.
That's just,
It's wonderful. I love that, I love it.
I turned the,
This is a wonderful.
I feel like maybe I should.
we should do
Because it's.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
The jurors will die. The questions are
They're not.
They're not any better.
tricky or.
Okay, look at the corrections for tomorrow.
You know, sometimes your stem was so huge before you got to your.
But that's always been the way, that's just the way
That's
it is.
true, but
And really, what the strategy for them is, do I buzz in, do I anticipate what the question is, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, I saw it fair.
We saw that in this round.
Yeah.
We've seen it a couple other rounds where they just sort of waited for the whole question.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have, just because I have never sponsored this activity, did you notice that, the Norfolk High anytime they had a bonus, that girl
Yeah.
automatically.
Every
That was
time.
totally their strategy.
It was their strategy for
And
sure.
so, why is that? You don't get any extra time. And then you're trying to talk to each other while you're reading the question, there's just too much.
It was a conundrum there, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah,
They were
I
trying
don't
to
think that's
talk,
a
and she was,
positive strategy.
and
Unless they really did need it repeated, which they
Oh, you
obviously
did.
did.
That was
It's
just-
like, it's like that was her job.
Yeah.
Every time there was
She
a
did
bonus.
not even let her button for anything.
right, she didn't contribute an answer.
I could do that job.
No, her job was
Please
to say,
repeat the
please repeat the question. She barely let you finish the question before she asked. her.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be in the old days, you restarted the clock when you repeated the question. So their strategy was, could you please repeat the question?
Oh,
That was
yeah.
their answer.
Yeah.
And at the same
Time,
time,
this
this
day.
day changed that.
This
rule.
just seemed like more, yes, but maybe they think better that way. They don't.
Well, clearly their advisor had.
Well, there were
strategy.
these 3 boys, 1, 2, and 3, that were, you guys determine what the bonus, how the bonus questions answered. And 4, you might give a little feedback.
But 5 and 6 didn't.
No.
5 was the
I
only
agree
two
with
that
that.
asked for the repeat.
Not
6
every time. Nothing.
Okay, now, if you can look, what kind of scores, what percent of these questions are being answered?
Oh, well,
Because Marlon's tracking that also. He said there's a really low number of.
big discrepancy here.
that are being answered.
Oh, yeah. We had a high, see, we had a high score this month, but I was gonna go back here and look like at Norfolk, and they were consistently.
Because I wrote down when they did not answer.
But I wonder across the board.
See,
Oh, is it the
yes,
same in
across
other
the board,
areas?
what was happening, Norfolk High, no, here they against Pierce, and they had a 20 to 30 against Pierce. But here's Summerlin, played Hope John, 65 to 25,
And what round was that?
and that was round 3.
Okay, so I'm curious.
So you can kind of see
what
which
round-
question would
In
be
other
surprised by the
right.
score. Yeah.
And others in round 3, here's a 10 to 20, a 10 to 25, a 30 to 0, and a 10 to 20. So they're more consistent. So is that an anomaly that,
And what team got the 50?
the Summerlin did at that time?
Okay, I had, of the teams that we did, I had 10 questions that were not answered by either team in your toss-up.
See, and I,
Across the board, it's 10.
10
across the board, when you look,
10 out of.
because
Now, and
I
then
was,
there were several where you read it from
10
the
out
other
of 7.
team and they couldn't come up with an answer.
right,
There were some more of those.
I think that's important data also, because that's, you know, this.
But then you have to have a vendor that does better questions. You know, I think ideally, you can put questions in a computer now, and if you make sure that you have 2 geography and 2 history and 2 contemporary culture, just so there's a better likelihood of this getting.
Right, so I'm looking across at, round 3 scores specifically. So it was 20 to 40, 65 to 25, 60 to 5. And that was a bye, 0 to 40. And that.
Okay, so those questions are answerable, 60, 65, and 40, they're answerable. There were other rounds where I think you don't have that money.
Okay, so then we have, round 5, let's just take that one. So it's 0 to 10, 30 to 0, 5 to 20, 15 to 45.
That's a terrible body of questions.
And if we look at, okay, so 6, 30 to 20, 10 to 30, 20 to 40, and it was a 5. So those are
Another terrible body of questions.
Yeah.
I had 10 where neither team answered the toss-up, and then there were 10 others where it was given to the other team and they did not answer.
See, that's significant.
Mhm.
And consistently across I noticed there were several rounds, well, we went several questions down before we even had a score.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's true. Especially later. Probably the best, maybe for us, and then first. We only went through, you know,
Well, the first round is you look across.
We're finished?
The side.
Okay, I'm gonna go there.
Are you
Got
coming
close
tomorrow?
towards-
No. Oh, I'm gonna go to work out.
45 to 10, 20 to
And Chase wants me to
55,
bring the
15 to
dog from
35.
to the school. They're bringing my dogs.
Oh, that should be fun.
Some winter time and all the elementary kids will be there, so my
Oh,
dog has got to
Oh,
go
you
to
got things to
school.
do.
I do. Yeah.
So I just kind of.
Nice, that was good. It's good to see you.
Chambers got off to a big start there.
Yeah, I was like, the camera's all.
Yeah, I did that.
Figured out.
You realized you were done, I was.
I didn't want to be seen.
Got it.
So, okay,
We were just gonna listen again all day.
yeah.
Oh.